morning. It's 6:30. Just left camp, and today looks really monotonous. It's this stretch up to Cuba is really mostly flat land, as there are no landscapes to make a plan by. Once again, it's all determined by water. So my first water source is about 6 miles out. That's what I'll do before breakfast, and then I'll have a breakfast break there. And then the next one is 19 miles out from here, that is. So that is kind of the minimum goal for today. Get to that second water source, and then I'll see how I feel once I get there. And maybe I'll do a little more if I get there early and feel good, or I may camp if I don't. That squirrel yesterday, while I was getting water, it tried to eat my pole. Now, since I'm so much in front of the pack, and it's actually not very sensible to arrive in Colorado too early, I'm planning to take a zero in Cuba. And zero planning, there's generally two ways you can do it. So either the day you walk into town, you do a full day of hiking, come into town in the evening, maybe have dinner, check into whatever motel you have, spend the night, and then usually you're kicked out of the hotel by 11 the next morning. Or if you decide to stay 2 nights, then the second day, which is actually supposed to be your zero, is usually filled with chores. So you have to go shopping, you have to do laundry, you have to do planning, you have to do all the stuff that you need to do to actually leave town again. Now, the way that I do it and the way I prefer it is actually plan it in a way that you arrive in the town in the morning and check whether maybe early check-in is possible, because usually at this time of the year the motels and hotels are not really booked out, so your room might already be ready and you can go in right away, take a shower, do laundry, and then do most of the errands the day that you actually come in, then spend the night, then have a zero where you actually have some time to take a break. You don't have 1,000 errands to run. Then spend the second night, and then leave in the morning of the third day. So that gives you about a day and a half, and it actually gives you a full day of rest. So now that this takes a little more time, but I prefer this way because you actually get enough value out of the hotel room that you're having. So that's what I'll also be doing in Cuba. It's 60 miles left from here. I could easily do 2 big pushes, close to 30 each, and be there in 2 days in the evening. That's not what I'll do. I'll probably do about 2 days, 24, 25-ish. Puts me at 50 and right outside of town. And then on the last day, I'll do the remaining 10 or so miles in the morning, get up at 6 as usual, and then walk into town by 9 or 10. It's actually a great map to see what we did over the last couple of days. This is the road out of Grants. Grants is down here. So here's the prison. Went up here, passed behind Mount Taylor. Out of that, went down back into the plains up here. Now we've been mostly walking the flat section over here, all the way up here. Boop, 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 boop. And now we've made it apparently to the border of the Cibola National Forest. Now this spring is a bit off trail, so it requires you to go somewhere into the forest and climb down into a canyon to find it on my quest to water. The next water source is about 12.5 miles away. So considering that I'm walking into noon and the afternoon where it's generally hot and I need a little more water, I'm probably gonna carry out about 3 liters I expect to use about 2.5, and so I have a little spare in case I need to go to the bathroom or something else comes up. So this is the trail, and the water source is probably down there. Yep, that looks like water. Mission successful. It is amazing if you think about it, because surface water out here is so rare. So I'm pretty sure that this water source has been used for centuries, if not millennia, by animals and humans alike. So drinking history here. It's really hard for me to express why it's such a difference, whether walking on a road or on a trail. But whenever I'm walking on a road, it doesn't matter whether it's paved or forest road, I just have the desire to put my earplugs in, listen to music or a book, and get it over as soon as possible. And as soon as I'm on the trail, I'm enjoying it, I'm frolicking, I'm looking at the landscape. It's just a whole different world. And after the next descent, I'll be back down to 2000. So it doesn't just change the vegetation, it also changes the temperature. So it's probably going to be a bit warmer down there. This is what I mean when I'm talking about changing vegetation. So we're up here on this plateau, you can see it's all forest. And then we're moving down there into the lowlands. And there is no more forest. Now, a while ago in one of my videos, I said that I would do an experiment and stop tracking what I was doing with my watch. I want to give a little update on that. I haven't really thought about it since the day that I started that. So the experiment was a great success. I don't really miss it at all, and I've also stopped thinking in distances and try to arrange my day in hours instead, because the terrain and the tread can be so different. If you're just trying to run after miles, it might work one day, it will not work the other day at all. So I've now found my rhythm, and it's just get up without an alarm clock once it's getting light outside, usually between 5:30 and 6ish. Pick up my camp, start going, do my morning break at around 9:30, do my lunch break around noon, do an afternoon break, and then stop somewhere for dinner, get all my dinner chores out of the way, pack up, keep walking, do my evening routine, brush teeth, etc. while I'm walking, and then find a good camp spot, set up my camp, do personal hygiene, fix my feet, prep everything for the next day, and then go to sleep. So I don't really know exactly how fast I'm walking or how long I'm walking, except if I look at the map at the end of the day. But I also don't have this nagging thing on my wrist that keeps telling me stuff, causes thought that I don't want during the day. So overall, great success. And at the end of the day, this usually means that I've walked anywhere between 9 to 10 hours. I've been up on my feet for about 12 to 13 hours. So that includes breaks and just stuff that happens along the way. And it should give me about 10 hours of rest, including setting up and packing up camp. I'm definitely back in the sand and dust part of New Mexico. Oh, this is so welcome. So very welcome. Well, that water source was the minimum what I wanted to do today. So this puts me at 19.5 miles. But it's only 4 o'clock, or it was only 4 o'clock when I got there. So I'm gonna walk a little more, see how long it still sparks joy, and then I'll find myself a camp spot. It's like a maze down here. You've got these erosion chasms and canyons everywhere. Oh, sand, my nemesis. So the spark went pretty quickly. That was a really shitty idea. That last section just overdid it. When I came to camp, I just had to sit down for 30 minutes and I couldn't really do anything other than just drink water. So, yeah, important lesson learned. Just because the day has daylight left doesn't mean you have to keep hiking, especially if your body is tired. So I should have stopped at that water source. That would have been the sensible thing to do. Well, for tomorrow, however, there is trail magic on the agenda. If I'm not mistaken, the comments seem to indicate that there is a trail angel set up on a road crossing in about 10 miles, who's there for the first half of May. So looking forward to that. And since it's only 36 miles to Cuba, I will probably make it there in 2 days, if all goes well.